Recently, it seems that levers have become such a glaring issue with competitive play to the point where at least 8 of the games that I've played this last week and a half, I've had either a person on my team or the enemy team leave. This is completely unfair to the team that does stay and wait for the onslaught to devour their team. In fact, I've had a game where 4 out of 6 of the players on my team left, and all I could do was sit there and wait for the team to come in and dominate us to a win. It's been a couple weeks now, and we finally have gotten a response from Blizzard on the issue, and it seems to be pretty promising. Jeff Kaplan stated in a forum post that they are addressing the issues with disconnecting and reconnecting and having more fixes incoming for those issues to hopefully abate that problem. Now, a large rebuttal to having harsher lever penalties was that Blizzard would not know if a player simply disconnected from the game or left intentionally. Jeff Kaplan today confirmed that they actually do know when somebody is left via the in-game interface or if they disconnected. This is monumental to getting the issue of lever penalties in the right spot. Competitive mode is for those that want to take the game more seriously and actually take time out of their day to improve on it and actually rank up and grind the ladders out. When you do grind out, it's a very rewarding feeling, but the levers have done away with a lot of the drive to actually want to continue to play competitive. Jeff Kaplan also stated that when they do get the disconnect issues out of the way, they'll reevaluate the lever penalties and make them more stringent on those that do intentionally leave. Finally, I felt such a large weight lifted off my shoulders because I, like a lot of players, have actually been hit with levers, and nothing ruins a good streak than a lever intentionally destroying their rank and the rank of others with them. My solution to the lever problem is to make it as strict as possible to take people who want to leave out of competitive play altogether very early on in the season. If I had it my way, I would love to impose a strict 3-strike rule to make sure levers are dealt with very quickly and make sure each strike is as harsh as possible. Granted, this is all on an intentional leave, not an accidental disconnect basis, and should go as follows for these punishments. The first leave would incur a 24-hour ban from competitive, the second being a 48-hour ban, and the third would be a ban for the remainder of the competitive season. Now, one might think that if an accidental disconnect would not be punished as harshly, which if there are elements outside of a player's control affecting their game, it shouldn't be as harsh, but if a player is utilizing poor equipment, they should consider the consequences of affecting other players as well. This also led to the discussion of whether players would intentionally disconnect during it to show Blizzard that is an accidental disconnection disguising as an intentional leave, which Blizzard should address, as well as putting a penalty system in those for who frequently disconnect from competitive play as well involuntarily. If I were Blizzard, I'd make it so that the penalty is less harsh on players that actually stayed in a game and face a near inevitable loss after somebody left on their team. If the team experiences a player who disconnected has to rejoin in the allotted time or has intentionally left, the losing team should experience no rank loss. However, the winning team should win the regular amount of points they would win normally in a match. Now, one thing I've heard from people who have discussed this topic was state that if you leave and the losing team doesn't lose points, won't this allow for friends to preserve other friends' rank? Essentially saying, if I am on a team and my friends care about the rank and I don't, I would just leave and they wouldn't actually lose their rank. But actually, if Blizzard were to implement such a system, then it would completely do away with the series because they can't do it more than 3 times to preserve their friend's rank. It's refreshing to know that Blizzard will be re-evaluating the issue that's been plaguing some of the community for some time now. I know I've personally been hit with a good number of levers and trolls and making it difficult to maintain or rank up in competitive. For now, I guess we're just going to have to bite the bullet and hope that we don't get a lever or a player with poor internet connection. And that's pretty much all we can do until these patches get put in place. Alright guys, that'll do it for me today. I'm Yogurt. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about the levers in Overwatch and these incoming changes down in the comments below. Or if there were any other changes that you would make, what would they be? Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.